Is there a chance that WLFI will launch at 50 cent, $1, $2, or even $5? Could it shock the entire crypto market the way XRP once did, or even go further? Will it become the next history-making cryptocurrency that everyone talks about? Or is it just hype that will fade away? These are the questions we're going to explore today on Satoshi Guy. In this video, you'll discover what might happen with WLFI's launch price, how its supply and circulation could shape its value, whether it can really compete with giants like XRP, and most importantly, whether WLFI has the potential to change the history of cryptocurrency itself. So, sit back, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of WLFI's possibilities, risks, and where it could fit in the future of digital finance. WLFI's pre-market price and tokenomics. Right now, WLFI has been creating waves in the pre-market, trading around 0.29 cent per token. That price alone already has people asking, if this is pre-market, what happens during the official launch? Could we see a massive pump, or will the market balance itself? Let's break it down. WLFI has a total supply of 100 billion tokens. That sounds huge, and yes, it is. But here's the interesting part. Only 20% of that supply will be circulating at launch. That means 20 billion tokens will actually be tradable at the beginning. If WLFI officially launched at the same pre-market price of 0.29 cent, that would give it a market cap of about $5.8 billion, 20 billion times 29. That's already a big number for a new project, but it also shows how much excitement is built around WLFI. Can WLFI launch at 50 cent, 1, 2, or even 5? Let's imagine some possible launch prices. 50 cent launch price. With 20 billion circulating tokens, WLFI would start with a $10 billion market cap. That would instantly place it among the top cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. $1 launch price. That means a 20 billion market cap at launch, which is already close to what major coins like Cardano and XRP have maintained during strong market cycles. $2 launch price. Now we're talking about 40 billion, which would be historic for a new coin. Few projects in history have ever launched with that kind of valuation. 5 launch price. This would push WLFI's market cap to $100 billion at launch. To put this into perspective, that would make WLFI as big as Ethereum was during some of its peak cycles. While possible in theory, this level of valuation on day one would require one of the largest coordinated buy-ins in crypto history. So yes, technically WLFI could launch at 50 cent, $1, or even higher, but the sustainability of such a price depends entirely on demand, adoption, and the strength of the ecosystem behind it. Can WLFI surpass XRP? This is the big question many people are asking. XRP is one of the most established cryptocurrencies in the world, with a current supply of around 100 billion tokens and a price that often sits under $3. What makes XRP powerful is its adoption in cross-border payments and its recognition as a leader in blockchain utility. WLFI also has a supply of 100 billion tokens, but only 20% will be circulating at launch, which could create scarcity in the early stages. For WLFI to surpass XRP in price, it would need not just hype, but massive adoption, strong partnerships, and real-world use cases. If WLFI reached $2 while circulating supply remained at 20 billion, its market cap would be 40 billion, enough to challenge XRP's long-standing dominance. If it managed to hold that value even as more tokens entered circulation, it would indeed be one of the most remarkable success stories in crypto. Could WLFI change the history of cryptocurrency? History in crypto is written by coins that do more than just promise big numbers. They solve problems and inspire communities. Bitcoin changed history by proving decentralized money was possible. Ethereum changed history by introducing smart contracts. XRP changed history by pushing blockchain into the banking system. For WLFI to change history, it would need to combine vision, adoption, and utility. From what's being discussed in the community, WLFI is positioning itself as a global decentralized financial network, aiming to break barriers and challenge traditional systems, very similar to how XRP positioned itself years ago. If WLFI succeeds, it won't just be about price, it will be about creating a new standard for how finance works. And if that happens, then yes, WLFI could indeed write itself into the history books of cryptocurrency. Final thoughts. So can WLFI launch at 50 cent, $1, $2, or even $5? The answer is, it depends on adoption, demand, and the strength of its ecosystem. With a 100 billion supply but only 20% circulating, early scarcity could push the price higher. However, long-term sustainability will require more than hype. It will require real-world impact. Can it surpass XRP? That's a tough challenge, but not impossible. If WLFI achieves strong adoption and delivers on its promises, it could indeed rival XRP in both market cap and influence. And can it change the history of cryptocurrency? Only time will tell, but WLFI has positioned itself as a project with big ambitions. This has been Satoshi Guy, and if you found value in this breakdown, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next update on WLFI and other game-changing cryptocurrencies.